What makes one child react intensely while another is calm in the same situation? One way to understand this is by looking at each child's temperament. By examining temperament, parents can work with their children rather than trying to change his or her inborn traits. To reveal how temperament plays a role in the life of a child, we have with us Dr. James Cameron. Dr. Cameron has over 20 years of behavioral research and use within healthcare organizations. Welcome, Dr. Cameron. For our viewers, describe what temperament is and why it's relevant to parents.
Temperament can be described as a personal style of responding to experiences and is evident in infants as early as 4 to 16 months. It is relatively consistent over time, but is not the same as personality. In short, this is the natural style of interacting with or reacting to people, places, and things. When we observe how our children respond to the world, we can begin to see their temperament and gain greater insight into their lives. Ultimately, this can help us as parents know how to respond rather than react to our infants' behavior and needs.
Well, tell us more about the different types of temperament.
Well, in the clinical world, we use 7 types of traits to describe infants' behavior. Sensitivity relates to how readily an infant notices tastes, temperatures, textures, or other slight sensations. Activity level is the amount of bodily movement an infant makes during routine daily events, such as dressing, eating, playing, or even when asleep. Intensity refers to the volume of the infant's emotional reactions, either positive or negative, to daily events. Adaptability shows how easily the infant adjusts to unexpected events, restrictions, changes. And closely related to adaptability is approach withdrawal. This is the infant's initial response to new people, novel places, or things. Regularity is the predictability of the infant's hunger, sleep, and elimination pattern. And finally, persistence is how quickly the infant stops activities when obstacles arise.
Okay, give us an example of working with rather than against your infant's temperament.
Well, many parents don't get enough sleep during their child's infancy. So for them, there's a great benefit in being able to predict their infant's nap times. Most infants with unpredictable nap times may also react intensely to other routine activities like bathing and diapering. During these activities, they build up tension quickly, but relax and let it go slowly. A useful strategy with this type of infant is to avoid stimulating activities an hour before bedtime, such as a splashy bath. In the same way, anything that might trigger a strong reaction, such as a trip to the supermarket just before sleep, may be better at another time. If your infant does wake up during nap time, it doesn't necessarily mean they are finished napping. Try letting them stay in their crib and use soft singing or gentle rubs or stroking to see if they fall back to sleep. If that doesn't work, then pick them up and give comfort, but put them back in the crib to encourage sleep. A consistent sleep routine at one end of the day also helps at the other. So for infants with nap difficulties, the better they sleep at night, the better they nap the next day.
Now, I've heard that some babies seem to dislike being held by people other than their parents. What can a parent do so that the other person, like a relative, doesn't worry that they've done something wrong?
That's pretty common. Some infants around 4 to 8 months seem to dislike being picked up or held by relatives or others who are not well known to them. These infants are usually slow to adapt to change and often react intensely to routine parental care. Then, when a well-meaning relative or friend tries to hold them, and it is different from the way they are used to being held, they will stiffen or struggle and cry.
So what would you recommend for the parent of an infant with this temperament style?
If you know this is the case, you can tell others that your infant is sensitive to how he or she is held and may need some time to get used to being held by others.
Well, I have to tell you, these are great solutions that can really make a difference. Thank you for your insights, Dr. Cameron.
Thanks for having me.
For more information on parenting and temperament, be sure to check out our Health Center's video podcast and tip sheets. You'll find each of these at hillphysicians.com. I'm Nick Droogas. Thank you for watching.